Yeah, y'all, this is your boy Vernon L, that Christian in recovery, and I'm just coming at y'all with one of my best friends, man. I call him my main man, right? Y'all hear me talking about the main man a lot of times in some of my episodes, and I just thought I'd just bring him, man, and just let y'all know the importance of getting someone that you can rely on, man. So I just want to introduce y'all to my main man, Calvin. Calvin, say hi to him, man.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Happy to be here, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because it's been a long journey, man. It's been a long journey.
Right, right.
Been there with me, man, since day one, man.
Yeah.
Day one. Yeah, I'm talking about when I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop using.
Right.
I couldn't stop using on my own. This guy right here, he kept calling me. you know he just kept calling me. He kept reaching out to me, and a lot of times I saw his name, I saw his number, but y'all know how we are when
Right.
when we using drugs. So I appreciate you, man, for not giving up on me, man.
Hey, it's what we do, man. It's what it's all about. Being there for one another.
Yes sir, man. And that's how it was, yeah. But in the process, what I didn't know, that when it was time for me to really surrender, to really want to stop using drugs, right? The first person I called was him, and he was there with me the whole ride, man, the in and out and the ups and downs. And I done cried on this dude's shoulder, and I done shared things with him that I thought I would never share. And it changed my life. That's why I wanted to record this, because a lot of men don't share on the level that I know for a fact that me and this guy share on. So yeah, man, if you want to just share some of your points, man, on the importance of having a main man.
Well, you know, it's real important to have a main man, especially somebody that you can believes in you and wants to help you, and more importantly, is not gonna judge you. Because I tell you, man, it is real hard connecting with people, man, on that level, because we talk about you got to get vulnerable over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We use some terms like, you got to get naked over here so you can really, you know, talk about those things, man, that's really going on. You know what I mean? And I remember back when you was where you was at, you know what I mean? And my only purpose was just to keep calling you to plant that seed. So when you was ready, you knew who to call.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm just real grateful that I have a main man in my life that helps me. And one of the most important things of having one that you can talk to him about anything.
Right.
It ain't nothing that I can't talk to my main man about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what it is, man. And it's a great freedom, man.
Yeah.
To have that freedom to be able to talk about things, man, because, this thing that I suffer from, man, it don't care nothing about me, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It wants me to feel low all the time. It don't want me to do nothing good. You know what I mean? It don't want me to help nobody. You know what I mean? So I had to get that help, man. And it's usually another person that helps me,
Yeah. And you gave it to me. Now God have, enabled me to be able to give it back to other people. Right. Because see, now that's what's taking place. Now I am actually working with some guys who are actually struggling with staying clean, but I'm still reaching out to them. And I got that from you reaching out to me. Right. And one thing you always brought up, man, it was real profound. And even though, what I'm saying, at the time you used to say it, I never really understood it. I'm going to get honest. But as I grew in the God of my understanding, which I choose to call Christ, right? As I grew, I began to see what you was talking about. And every time I gave you props for being who you are, you always say, it's not me. You say it's the God of your understanding working through me.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's how it is, you know what I mean? God works through people, man. You know, and one of the things that I'm most grateful for, man, that, you know, because check this out, man, it's hard getting with self, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I gotta be able to get with me to be able to help you. If I don't never get with me, how am I gonna help you?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm just real grateful that, you know, today that I have an understanding, man, that it's okay, you know, to find yourself in a place where you don't know everything, you know, where you don't feel
Wow.
short and all. It's okay. It gives me an opportunity to get better. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because you got to understand now, I'm going to take it here. You got to understand, I created a person, right? See,
Yeah.
my mama told me that I stopped listening to her when I was 13. So guess what? That
Mm.
means I started going off my own devices, right? That
Okay.
means I started looking outside of, see, my mama, I didn't, you know, I had a father, but he really wasn't there. But see, my mama, you know, she was responsible for raising me up to be the person that, you know, that the best person that I can be. But I started looking outside of myself, you
Okay.
know, trying to gravitate. Because when I look back, I really didn't like who I was. Because guess what? I was in special ed. People didn't really like me. You know what I mean? I ain't had no friends. So I
Mm-hmm.
started looking outside and trying to, you know, get them to like me. And I created a person, man.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, that person that I created, man, that wasn't the real me. And when I got
Wow.
over here in recovery and began to understand a lot about me and accept a lot about me, I began to find out that wasn't the person that God wanted me to be. You know
Mm.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
see, in the day, and what happened with me today, I just help anybody that needs help. You know what I do? I'm on the phone all the time because that's what I want to do. I love giving back. And I
Right.
think that's how my higher power, God, or however you want to call it, I think that's what he want me to be, in that state of mind of giving.
Yeah.
Giving what of myself to someone.
Okay. Okay.
That's where the real connection come in. When I give to you myself, then you connects with me.
Right. Right. My spirit links up with your spirit,
Right.
you know. Yeah. And the things that you had to endure, right? The things that you had to endure in the process of working with me, right? Because see, I didn't really know I really had a problem. I wasn't really trying to come into no recovery program, man. I wasn't trying to stay here, man. I wasn't trying to do all that, but you stayed patient. You stayed tolerant. There was times I can remember I used to go off on you, man, and you just allowed me to just go off, and you never took it personal, man. You never felt like I was attacking you. You was just letting me get it off my chest, man. I appreciate you for that, man.
Hey, and that's the importance of having a main man. That's one of the importance of having somebody that's going to allow you your process, because you had to come to believe and see things for yourself. I couldn't just tell you. I couldn't just give it to you. I
Right.
just had to go along with you till you was able to see it yourself, and you was like, you know what? I need to make a change.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I'm just really grateful today, man, to see your progress. You
Yeah.
know, and I remember times early on when you wouldn't even answer the phone. I say, hold on,
There you go,
you'll
bro. There you go
you'll
now.
hang up the phone. But today, if I say, Bernie, hold on, you'll be there when I come back. That
Mm-hmm.
might sound like that ain't nothing big, but that was big because that wasn't who you were.
Right.
You know,
Right.
that wasn't who you was, man. You know what
Right.
I mean? You
Right.
weren't caring about people like that. But today you
Man.
care about people.
Yes, I do. Yes. And
It
here's the
shows in the
thing
way you
about it.
live, you know?
Thanks. The thing about it, what trips me out about it, man, is that you called this. You and my wife, and I tell her this all the time. Where I'm at today in my life, I can clearly say my wife and you called this. When I first met her, this is what she told me, bro. It's way back in '06. She
Mm-hmm.
said, I'll see you helping people. I see she said, you're going to either be a preacher or you're going to be a motivating speaker and you're going to be
Right,
helping young men. That's what she told
right.
me. So I started working with you. You said, V, what's going on? I was struggling, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was struggling with not just stop using dope. I had got to a point that I stopped using dope. Right now, dope wasn't my problem. See, he knew that. My main man knew drugs wasn't my problem. So he allowed me my process. So I had to surrender to the recovery process.
Right,
Now
right,
I have to do work on myself.
right.
right? And now I got to do work on myself. So now he's seeing me progress, and he's seeing me going through the journey, but I'm trying to get to the destinations. And people who already been through the 12 steps, they can see you on the journey, and they can and they guide you. And that's what you did. You guided me, and you began to tell me during this whole process, man, you said, God is preparing you for something bigger. You said you're going to be helping other people. You're just getting your experience.
Right. Yeah. And it's a great thing, man. I'm telling you, man, just it's so great because we don't even think the way we used to think, man.
Right.
You know, I don't even believe the way. Now check this out. All this recovery stuff, check this out. It don't make me perfect.
Okay.
It just I just get better in some areas. You know what I mean?
Right.
The way I used to view stuff, I don't even view it the way I view it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't have that negative outlook on life like I used to. You know, we talk about this thing as a disease. You know, it's a disease that don't care nothing about me. It wants me to always feel low in my feelings and always want me to focus on anything that I, check this out, think is negative. It wants me to focus on that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I'm just real grateful for the recovery process because, see, another thing, it's hard facing self. You know, people be tripping like, you know, you can do this, you need to do this. I don't know how to do that. I just told you I didn't have no father figure to raise me and show me how to live.
Right.
I had nobody to show me that. So I made a mess of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just real grateful for the recovery process because I accept me today. I'm okay with me. You might not be okay with me, but guess what? I'm okay with me.
There it is.
See what I'm saying? It didn't have to go by how you felt about me. See, I feel the way I feel about me. You know, I get up every day, I look around, it's just a blessing to have my own roof over my head all this time. I still think about that. I remember being in a state with no family on the street. I remember that still today.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful every day I wake up. You know, and it talks about gratitude is one of the ways that I feel the voids that come up in my life today. Do some gratitude, just being grateful.
Right. I'm grateful for the journey, man. I'm grateful.
Oh,
yeah. I was just telling you the other day, I'm grateful for my experience, man. And I tell you the same thing I tell other people. Now, if I, could do it all over, you hear a lot of people say, I do it all over. I'm gonna get it clear. I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't. If I could have got here an easier way, I want to take the easier way. I don't want to take the hard-headed way, but I did learn though. I did learn. And first thing I had to learn with dealing with you is I had to learn to trust another man.
Right.
Okay. See, you a guy, you was telling me I'm there for you. And I was like, bruh, you don't know me. You was telling me I love you. I was saying, dude, you don't know me. But really, you did know me. Matter of fact, you knew me better than I knew myself, but I didn't know that. So I had to go through the trust process. I had to go. You have to realize, Cal, man, where I come from, man, men ain't sitting there trying to listen to you.
Right.
But when I was going through pain and I'm crying, I'm not used to that, man. That's not normal where I come from. Where I come from, I wasn't allowed to cry. Where I come from, I wasn't allowed to express my feelings. Where I come from, I wasn't allowed to voice my opinion like that, man.
Right.
Because I wanted people to accept me, so I had to front and try to act hard. And you and my wife, y'all seen through that wall that I had built to survive.
The person I created.
The person I created, man.
Yeah. And see, check this out. The reason I said a lot of those things because I understood where you was at. It talks about a word called empathy.
Okay.
You know, I understand, I feel what you're going through because I once went through that. So I know what's that like. When I work with people today, I don't be tripping because they be talking the way they talk. I understand they're not there.
Yeah. Okay.
See, we got a lot of people now. I ain't gonna say it. Well, I'm just gonna use the word a lot. We got some lost people, man. They don't understand. They haven't found out who they are yet. So we're gonna act and say all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? My job is just to be there for you. not try to
Right.
fix you. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay.
Not try see God do, he the clay guy. He the one clay and mold you into what you is. And I want to share with you. I see the transformation in your life. I see your thinking has changed a lot since we've been together. You know what I mean? And that internal stuff you done got with a lot of internal stuff through the help of your God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We talking about it, man. Not believe. I'm talking about, man. It's just so amazing, man, that I don't have to think the way that I used to think. It's okay to get in the solution. See, I come from a time, hey, man, if you soft, don't be doing it. No, it's okay, man. It's okay to be okay. I mean, I read some literature, man. They say, man, it said, I make a decision to be me today. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be me. Whatever me is, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I want to just go home and kick it on the porch, it's okay to do that.
Right. Right.
See, I got a disease. It wants me to stay in my thinking, and it wants to always try. It talks about waiting for opportunities to run my life, right? And it's always trying to do that. Always trying to get me to change my mind. Or I make my mind up to do this. No.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about how it can even, those thoughts can hunt you. We talked about all of that stuff, man. That's how deep that thing goes, man.
Yeah. 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 It goes deep, man. And that's why, right, is that, you know, and I'm looking back, I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm thinking about the contradiction, the confusion I was in, right? I was confused, man. You know what I'm saying? I was confused. My life had become a mess, man. You know what I'm saying? When you lose everything to addiction and the shame and the guilt is on you, the weight of the world is on your back, you're confused, man. But a guy like you, a main man, what you guys do, y'all ease the burden. Y'all, I remember every time I fell short, you say, easy does it, man.
Yeah, give yourself a break.
You say this ain't about being perfect, being perfect.
Right.
You said this is a process, man. And I remember y'all told me, you say, put the brick down and pick up the feather. Stop busting your head with that brick.
Right. Yeah, and see, you got to understand about the higher power, right? But I choose to call God. See, it talks about he can help, he can heal and help calm down the confusion. So I can come to a point of sanity where I can begin to really see what's going on in my life. Because through a lot of that denial, what denial does, it protects me from seeing what my life circumstance situation has become. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, it was something wrong with the way that I thought, because it was okay to do. I had found it okay to walk around with dirty, nasty clothes, eating out of garbage can, doing all kind of crazy. That had become all right with me. Okay. Yeah. Because it was something wrong with me, man. Yeah. And over here and getting into this step process, you know, it helped me to not only get with me, but get with a God of my understanding. And that's the first thing I saw. I said, man, it's trying to get you closer to God. I'm like, really? And I'm just real grateful for the process, man. I'm telling you, man, you just, if you could just get inside me, man, you'd be like, wow. It just blows my mind still today, man. Just some of the stuff that I do, man. You know that I raise a daughter now. Yeah. You know, this thing we call disease took me away from my other kids. I didn't grow, I did for a time, but I didn't grow up with my grown kids. You know, a couple of them don't fool with me. Okay. But I had to accept that. So I had to look at the part I play and stuff, man. And it's not easy looking at me. That's some hard stuff, man. Yeah. If you ain't got a program, if you ain't got a main man to help that you can bounce that stuff off. That's why it's important. And another thing, what's important about a main man, I can run stuff by him before I do it, or before I make the decision to do it. Wow. Because he'll help me. Because they said when two or more get in the midst of his name, two or more get in there, he's there in the midst. Right. He's there helping too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I like that, man. I like that. Because see, now you got the main man, okay? He's being there, he's guiding you. Because you know, I'm just talking about you gave it to me. I'm giving it to other people, right? Yeah. You told me, you said, V, here's the thing, man. Right. I'm going back to the user. You say, try to call me, right? Before you pick up the dope. Right? And every time I call, I use again, man. I use again. Now, I already beat myself up. You say, try to call me before
Right?
Right.
Right. Then what happened? I finally got it. Now I got other behaviors. Now you telling me, call me before you act out.
Right.
Right. So now I got to learn. Basically, I got to learn. Here's what I'm picking up from you, man. It's very important because you keep talking about the disease. Now we got people
Right.
listening to this. They don't really know
Right.
what that is. And you keep pointing to your head. So I
Right.
want to pause on what I'm saying. I want you to speak to the listeners, what are the ones who confuse and don't really believe in the disease, and you keep pointing to your head, what actually are you talking about?
Well, it talks about the disease of addiction, right? They look at it as a disease. And one thing it do, it attacks me in the area of my thinking. It wants me to think, it wants me to be in my head about stuff. So it can get me to change my mind and, you know, do whatever it wants me to do. You know what I mean? And I have to, and I done got to the point where I say, hey, trick no good. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do what my mind tell me to do because it got me in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean? So we just look.
You mean, let me catch you. Hold on. You telling the listeners that they mind tell them to do something. Is I'm hearing that you saying that they have a choice, even though they mind told them to do something?
Yeah, you always got a choice, but you got to understand too, when you, if you, in the way I can explain it, just talk about how it was for me. It wasn't until I began to understand and accept a lot of things about me that I was beginning to understand and got a lot of information about this disease and how it affects me personally, that I began to understand that, you know what, I don't have to live that way no more. It's a trip because when you try to get better, it's a whole lot of things come into play. First thing, when I try to get better, guess what happens? I fall short. I got to get back up. Then I fall short again. I had to get back up. You know what I mean? It said you even have to build your confidence up. Not only that you can stay clean, you done got that part again. You got to build your confidence up that you can even do this, face life. And then he's talking about sometimes you got to pray to your God or your higher power, whatever, to even face life, man. Because that's why I was running from life all along. That's why I was doing the other stuff that I was doing. Remember this? You ever remember this? The girl didn't act right, the job didn't go right or something. Guess what I said? Man, I'm going to get one. I ain't dealing with that.
Right.
Remember that?
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Because I didn't want to face that stuff. See, what I found out, it wasn't the stuff that I was going through, right? I thought I was supposed to go use. No, just because I felt that way, that didn't mean I was supposed to go use. But see, I had something that was telling me, hey, it's time to go. They doing that. But what happened was I found out what I was going through. I was just going through those feelings. That's all. I didn't have to use because I was feeling that. But I had that mindset. So you got to remember those mindset, a state of mind. It said, we got to go get one. That feeling come. But I had to learn that wasn't, I really didn't want to use. I just thought I had to because I felt a certain way.
Right. And that's where the main man come in, right? Main man come in. When you feel in a certain way, there's certain things that you can do, right? One of them is that you can call a main man. Right, a man person that's going to listen to you, a person who's not going to judge you, a person who's not going to tell your business. We talk about another man. You don't have to worry about him judging you. You don't have to worry about him laughing at you.
Right.
And see, that's the first freedom I ever experienced, man. Well, because I felt you not judging me. Sometimes I used to share stuff with people. And I can look at their face like, okay, dude, he's struggling with this. Okay, I gotta slow down. Let me stop. I can see he's sitting there because his face went back like, you did what? And you know what I'm saying? You know, I done shared some stuff with you, man. Right? You done shared some stuff with me. Let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The average man be like, man, dude, tripping. I can't talk to him no more. But it's the freedom.
Right.
It's the freedom,
that's what it's
man.
all about.
It's the freedom. That's why I
freedom.
wanted to bring you on, man. I want to bring you on, let people taste where I get this stuff from. That's why I tell people all the time. I say, look, right? I said, look, I have a main man. I have a sponsor. I have an accountability partner. I have a spiritual advisor. I have a God. Then I have a wife.
Yeah.
I said, all them people help me stay on track.
Right. Now, you said something a minute ago. Now check this out about not laughing at you and stuff Now check this out. Now, after a while, you get a chance to laugh down the road. Now we talk about past stuff because that stuff not funny what I went through, right?
Right.
But as you get down the road and get recovering, what we do now, sometimes I be talking about the past and you talk about, we just start laughing because we understand that shit, it was crazy, you know what I mean?
Boy,
we begin to understand and look at it. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. And I needed somebody to be in my corner to help me to get to a place where I can look at this thing differently now. And you might laugh at, you might say, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was living like that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was thinking that way. And when I'm helping others, I've learned to allow people to be who they are and not make it about me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. That's why my prayer be, God, when helping people, I just want to do what you want to do. I don't want no parts in it other than to be there and be the best servant I can be. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just being see, people, it ain't got to be seen. See, I be on the phone because that's where I want to be. And I love being on the phone. I hear the same stuff all the time. I hear stuff, all kind of stuff, but that's okay. God has prepared me to be that guy. We need more people to be there for people.
Yeah.
You know, like our literature talks about being on that phone that 1 extra minute.
Yeah.
With somebody. That's why I pick up the phone and I tell you, hey, if I miss your call, I'm gonna call you right back.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I want to share this real quick. It was a guy that I was dealing with at one time, and his name was Calvin, like me. He was going through a lot of issues, man. I mean, a lot of issues. To the point he didn't even want to live.
Okay.
And I met him and everything. Now he ended up killing himself, but I just wanted to share this part. I called him. He had got my number, and I called him back. He said, "Man, I'm just so grateful that you called me because people don't call back, man." And for a time he was doing good, but his issues overtook him. But the point I'm trying to make, that point that we got a chance to connect, man, he was able to be here longer.
Yeah.
I just hated that he did it. I was out of town, but I just hated that he went. But his issues was just so deep. He couldn't, they overtook him. And we need people because we never know when that issue will overtake you to the point of losing your life. We don't know.
We don't know, man. That's why we have to be there, right? We have to be there for them. I like how you say it. And, I'm there for them. And I understand it's not about me. A lot of people in the process of helping other people, they think that it's about them. Okay. They think it's about them. And they begin to think that the person that they working with need to be fixed. What I have learned, because you gave it to me, right? You gave it to me and you helped me out. Now I learned to give it to other people, right? And I learned that other people don't need to be fixing. Now, why do you say that, Vernon? Because there was a time I tried to fix people. You know that. I didn't share that with you, right? You said, that's okay. That's your journey. That's your process. Keep moving. What happened? I had to learn, like, oh, this is not about me. It has nothing to do with me. There's 3 people I was sponsoring, right? 3 people. 3 of them, I think 2 or 3 of them were used, right? Older members said, how do you feel about that? About yourself? I said, I'm good, right? He said, good, because that had nothing to do with you, right? It had nothing to do with me. And, I was with my kids yesterday, right? My 2 oldest sons, my oldest son said something. I mean, my 2 sons, my oldest son said something that was profound. He said, a thing about what you doing, Pops. He said, we need more people like you to be available. He said, because a lot of people, they need help. He said, but they not reaching out. Right. And I thought about the Calvin you just said, right? Is that there are people right now who are listening to this episode that really know that they need help. They know we touched on something, right? And you and I know that right now, we know that this is just the beginning. And the reason why I say that, y'all, is that me and this guy have been talking. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. We have been talking on the phone every day. I say 10, 15 times minimum, sharing stuff that men never ever share. I'm talking about fears, insecurities, relationship problems, having sucker attacks. Men don't talk about that. Men don't talk about that. I have a straight sucker attack, and I call him and tell him I had a sucker attack. He said, what's going on? I said, man, my wife, she done lost some weight, man. She looked good. I think she about to leave me. Where you hear men talk like that at? That's what this episode, this main man thing gonna be about, y'all. I mean, this ain't gonna be about no egos, man. You know, this ain't gonna be about no ego. I ain't trying to echo hard. That's what took me to the drugs, right? Trying to be a person that I'm gonna be myself. If I cry on here, I just cry on myself. I mean, I just cry, right? I just cry. It's okay to cry, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to be vulnerable, man. You know, and that's what me and you gonna bring. It's time for the other people to get some of this juice, as we say, man. But there's nothing like having a main man, like I said, and I'm keep bringing it home, that don't judge you, don't judge you and let you be there. But what you think about the people who are listening right now, right, and want to reach out, man? What encouraging words would you share with them?
Well, I mean, it's about making a decision, man. You know, if that's what you want to do, you know what I mean? I can't basically tell you what to do, but if that's what you want to do, it's help out here for you. You know, it's people that genuinely care about you and want to be there for you, you know, and I'm one of those guys, you know, and I'm just real grateful because, you know, we talk about it being a gift, especially the listening thing. You know what I mean? And it's a trip because even though I talk to you a lot on the phone, I get a lot of other calls in. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know, and I just want to let someone that's listening, man, just step out on faith, man. You know, if you're tired of being in the state of mind that you is, because I gotta really change my state of mind, the mindset, the belief system, the way I grew up. I grew up conquer as many women as you can. Don't cry. You know, I grew up like that, breaking them down, you know, breaking them for everything. No, that's not how it go, man. So I didn't have that model to show me how to treat a woman. See, they showed me on the streets how to do that, but that's not how it is, man. So if you're struggling in those areas, man, it's help out here. You know, the literature we read, it said once you ask for help, help becomes available.
You know, what if they wanted to contact you? Is there a way somebody wants to say, look, I like that Calvin. I like what he's sharing. I want to
give
talk
numbers
to him.
out on here?
Yeah, you can get your number out if you want to.
Okay.
Or I could put it in the notes, man.
Put my number in the notes.
Okay.
And,
all right.
You know, I have Instagram and all that, but put my number in the notes and my name. You can look me up on Instagram or, you know.
Okay.
The email is hawking264@yahoo.com, you know.
Okay.
You know, and I got to step that up a little bit, get a little bit more where you can get more contact with me. But the numbers, you can contact me.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's real, man. You know, like I said, I just wanted to just bring you on, man. Because people always say, you always talking about a main man, you know.
Yeah,
and
it's important.
And you just gave him a taste. You just gave him a taste of what I have been getting, right? I have been getting for years, man. You know, years. That's why I was just trying to prepare them that it's coming, man. This main man episode is coming. We coming raw. We coming hard. I mean, we ain't even really saying nothing for real right now. You know, I mean, the stuff that me and this man share, and I'm just gonna get honest. One time you shared some stuff with me, and I'm gonna get just butt naked honest with you. You know how I say I get butt naked honest. I heard you say that. I said, now that one I would have took to the grave. But I listened to you because you taught me how to listen to you. You taught me how to not judge. Yeah.
Right. It's about freedom.
Yes.
It's about getting freedom in my heart, man, in my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Because whether, you know, it talks about, I don't know, you know, some other literature I read, the Bible, whatnot. It talks about when I want to do good, evil is present. It's something inside of me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I reverse to want to do that, even though I'm trying to do good. So I gotta be able to combat that stuff, man. I had to be able to understand it, you know, that I can get with that. Because I had those crazy thoughts. I don't have to go up there and be a part of that. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can learn how to live with those thoughts and be like, okay with the decisions I make. Because I got a disease wants me to change my thinking all the time. If I say, hey, I'm gonna do this, no, you don't need to do that. What what they gonna think? And I don't care what they think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm doing this because I want to do.
Yeah.
Not because I'm trying to get validation from someone else.
There you
but
go.
that's stuff I used to do. Be want to be seen. I used to think it was good to always everybody see me, from where I'm from, to get to know everybody. No, I ain't trying to be known like that no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I got to live up to all these expectations of people, man. I ain't on that.
Yeah.
I just want to keep it real simple. What I understand God will for me today is if he woke me up, that was his will. I made it to your podcast, whatever we call it, his main man, that was it. That was his will for me. Try to keep it real simple because I make his will out to be all this other stuff, and that ain't what it is.
Yeah.
I have to learn how to simplify my life, man. And check this out. It ain't easy. Man, that self-improvement, it ain't easy, man, in the beginning, but it gets better.
It gets better.
Trust me. It gets better. Check this out, Vernon. If nobody don't like me, I like me.
Okay.
And that wasn't heard of me liking me because of the stuff I was doing to me. I wasn't showing me love. The stuff I was putting in my body, the stuff I was doing, I wasn't showing me no kind of love. Okay. But today I love me. And I don't even care if you don't love me. I would love for you to love me, but I got to love me first. See, happiness comes from within here, not out there. I'm trying to do all this stuff to get happiness from you when I should be getting it from the inside so it can pour all out into here. You know what I mean? And that's when I be getting caught up in the relationship. And I be trying to tell people, hey, I can't make you happy like that. I can expound on your happiness. Right. But you got to, your happiness is within you.
It's within. And that's what we're going, man. I'm going to wrap this thing up with that. The happiness.
You don't want to talk to me no more, y'all. You don't want to talk to me no more.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to get real. I'm going to tell them who you are. You don't want to talk to me no more. But it's cool, though. I love you.
Whatever, bro. It took you 20 minutes to learn how to get on here, man. Since you want to come at me like
I knew you was going to get it. I told you not to record that.
I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to cut that out, man. I'm going to edit that out, man.
Hey, man, I love you, though, man.
Man, I love you too, bro. Like I said, man, I appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I mean, just real quick, man, just to see your growth, man, just to see where you come from, man. I just really appreciate you all the way around the board as a husband, a friend, everything, as a person going to work, all of that, man. It's a total transformation. Check this out, y'all. I'm finna hit him with one. From them sweatpants. Go ahead.
Oh, not the sweatpants. They don't know nothing about the sweatpants. So I'm saying, we got something for them now. I know they're going to ask, hey, y'all, if y'all want to hear about the sweatpants, comment, man. I go in and tell y'all about the sweatpants. This is my main man, Calvin, man. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Hey,
and
man.
This is how we're going to do this. Yes, sir. Okay. On That Christian in Recovery, with the main man edition, man. And stay tuned for more, y'all. Till next time.
Peace.